This week, we made a special visit to a local alabaster artisan for a very special project.
Mi piace tantissimo il colore.
Since we were nearby, we decided to make our way to my favorite restaurant, Locanda Del Sole. This place will always have a special place in my heart. As if we didn't have enough on our plates at the moment, there's another really big change heading our way. Welcome back to our renovation in Tuscany. If it's your first time joining us, take a look inside our villa and explore our previous videos at the top right. We can't wait to share all of the new things that have been happening lately. There's so much to let you in on. This week, we made a special visit to a local alabaster artisan for a very special project. Rob and I met Andrea while we were at the trade show in Paris, and he invited us over since we're only about an hour away, so we can visit his amazing workshop and see how they create beautiful alabaster objects. The majority of the objects we saw at the trade show were his amazing lights that are handmade for projects all around the world. This first part of the workshop is where the large blocks of alabaster are cut down into small pieces and made into objects. This whole laboratory was started by Andrea's father in the late 1970s. His father still works here on a daily basis at 86 years old. In fact, he's the person who still opens up and closes the lab. The machinery dates back to the time period, but of course they have some much more modern additions. Here, Andrea and an alabaster artisan are carefully loading a large piece of alabaster that will be shaped into a suspended light. We had been searching and searching for a beautiful lighting solution for above our large kitchen island, but nothing really stood out to us. After seeing Andrea's lights, Rob came up with a very special design that could stand up to the island and also bring a soft, warm glow into the space. Here you can see how they carefully chip away at the alabaster to create the form of a light. We made our way into the messiest room. This is the powder room, where they finish the forms a step further. We headed into the last area of the laboratory, where they finish every piece by hand. These are some of the current projects that are getting their finishing touches. Now this is the stage of finishing the alabaster, before, if any, electrical or blacksmith work is needed. The alabaster is lovingly finished by hand with natural beeswax. These beautiful wall lights are on their way to London for a hospitality project. Andrea's wife, Paloma, mostly works on finishing touches for all of the alabaster pieces. She was so kind enough to share with us many of the vintage items she's found as she's been digging through some of the old boxes here and there.
Perché anche una donna lì era molto
Sì, ricordo.
Il tuo papà ha fatto questo?
Sì.
Wow.
Questo
I
è
love
nostro.
that model.
We found some really amazing gems. Rob was loving some of the older alabaster candle holders that have a nostalgic form. We also got to take a look at a beautiful light that has been completely made here with the help of Andrea's artisans, who are masters in electrical and ironwork. It's absolutely beautiful to be able to see such specialized work like this.
Sempre tutto in un pezzo,
Sì.
come questo, tutto in un pezzo.
No.
Sì. Non c'è la parte
Wow.
Qualcosa, non so.
Wow.
Io dovrei.
questo è già venduto?
No,
No?
no, no.
Queste tu pensate con queste forme?
Farlo, sì.
That's like the ends of the kitchen.
That's what mi piace tantissimo il colore.
Yeah, the color is gorgeous.
Wow, looks like a storm.
Possiamo anche mettere più luce dentro,
Ah sì.
ancora più forte, più power.
It looks like a storm.
It was absolutely beautiful to go and see Andrea in his workshop and all the alabaster things that he has. He has really tiny, teeny tiny products that are for like the home and decorative objects to really unbelievable lighting that is made from single pieces of alabaster. They really are true artisans in what they do. They've been doing this since the 60s. His father was even still working there at 86 years old, and he looks fantastic. Andrea's wife also gave us a tour and told us that her father-in-law is there every single day working on objects. So it's incredible to see how it's passed down from one generation to the next, because Andrea also works with his brother Roberto. So the two of them are keeping the family business going, and I think that's really amazing. They're super passionate about what they do, and they make really beautiful objects that go all around the world, from London, New York, to all sorts of places, Turkey even. We saw some really beautiful bowls and vases, different columns, old things that they've had there since the 70s. That was my favorite, and Rob's favorite, I think, too. So we're thinking about coming up with a little bit of a collection that we could have really beautiful objects for the home that are also functional. We're working on that right now, and that's also why we went to go and see him. Since we were nearby, we decided to make our way to my favorite restaurant, Locanda del Sole. I absolutely love trying all the yummy creations that this husband and wife team make.
Deliciousness.
The menu changes seasonally, so I especially enjoy being able to taste new things every time we come here. Among some of the new dishes, we tried the amazing gnocchi with a beautiful squash and kale sauce. This place will always have a special place in my heart. So many things have been happening here at the villa in the past couple weeks. There's been so much renovation that has been going on, electrical and different things like that. And also we've been gearing up for the start of our online shop. As if we didn't have enough on our plates at the moment, there's another really big change heading our way.
Drum roll?
Yeah,
Drum.
let's do it. We're
having a baby. It's been quite a journey so far. Andrea at the moment is 16 weeks. So we're pretty far along, and in some of the other videos you might have even noticed her stomach, but maybe you haven't. It's been something that we've been wanting to share for a while, but we kind of wanted to keep it under wraps just because we've only told our family. We haven't made it social media, news, or anything like that.
This is something that we really, really wanted, and we had been planning starting our own family once we purchased our first house, but I don't think we realized that it was going to be such a huge renovation project.
No, I remember we went to the restaurant that we love in Quarcetto, and we had a beautiful lunch, and Andrea, right before we were checking out, felt really sick. You'd think you felt like you were gonna faint.
Yes, I had a full meal of food. I ate to my heart's content, and I never get faint, so it was really unusual.
Yeah, and even the lady, the owner there, she was like, oh, take your time, are you sure you're okay? And everything like that, and we didn't know, but the next morning,
I woke up bright and early. I think it was Saturday morning at 7 o'clock and took the test, and I couldn't believe that there was a little faint second line showing up. I was having a heart attack, and in true Rob fashion, he was still sound asleep. And I nudged him and tried to wake him up and let him know that we were expecting, because we honestly didn't really expect it at all. We wanted to start a family, but we just didn't think it was gonna happen so quickly.
No, and the other thing is that there's been other times that we took pregnancy tests and I was all excited. So when she told me that there was a second line, I was in literally disbelief. I was like, there's no way. And I didn't believe it for about 2 weeks. I was like, no, we need to see the doctor. I need to believe it from the professionals. And even during the meetings, I remember asking them if it's for sure. And obviously it is now. It's 16 weeks later, and it's been quite a journey. And looking back, thinking about those days, it was like, I was in disbelief because it was something, we wanted so bad that it was just like shock moment, you know what I mean? Something you didn't expect.
I remember, because I do have some health conditions, we really had to plan this out and be very careful to make sure that I was in a very healthy condition in order to have a safe pregnancy.
Which is the most important part, because I don't want Andrea to be at risk for anything. Obviously the baby, but Andrea is important, and there's a lot of complicated things that we've dealt with in the past, so we really wanted to be sure everything was okay. And so once we did, I think it was 6 months of tests and appointments and getting the green light from all of my specialists, and saying that to get pregnant.
Yes. We got pregnant immediately. Even when I called my doctor and I took a blood test, I sent it over to my doctor and I said, is there any way that you can please give me a call? Because Rob does not believe it's true.
I remember it too.
Yes. And so because we have a really great rapport and relationship with my specialist, he gave me a call that evening. He said, 100%, I'm positive you're pregnant. I think it took a little bit for it to settle in, for Rob to really feel like it was real.
Yeah, because the first times we did the ultrasounds, all you seen was just like, the little sac. You didn't see anything, but it was there, and the doctor said, okay, you're very early. That was the one thing. And luckily we've had a lot of ultrasounds, and now it's a baby.
Yes, and we've been able to see that little black blob grow into a little baby, and it's been the most amazing experience.
It's been really cool.
Yeah, I feel like we're starting a family. We're setting our roots here with this house that is really going to become our home. We're praying and hoping and doing everything in our power to try to make sure that we finish the major part of the renovation before the baby gets here.
Also for our own sanity in a way too, because it's a lot, as you guys have all mentioned in the comments, because sometimes it's really hard for us, and we come to you guys a lot for comfort, and you guys say some really great things to us and make us feel, look at it from an outside point of view, and what you guys say is true, and it's hard for us when we're in it, living in it, to kind of look past it all. And
everybody is very happy for us, our friends and our family, and of course we've had to tell our contractor and our builder so that they could get moving and get going. And full disclosure, that's also a major reason why I was so panicked about the windows. I don't want to bring a little tiny baby into this house and have holes in the walls, and it's going to be cold. I'm expected to deliver near the end of March when it's still pretty chilly out.
Andrea, in her crucial moments, the crucial months of pregnancy, you got to be comfortable.
The great thing is that the windows are ordered and they are going to be made.
Hallelujah.
So we can't believe it.
Months and months and months of thinking we're doing it one way, ordering it with the government assistance, then not ordering it with government assistance, trying to find the best price, who's gonna give it to us ahead of time and stuff like that. It's been really beautiful lightning strike. Hopefully it doesn't get too close.
There, you can hear it. It's really...
Made my heart drop, I'm not gonna lie.
It's really rainy and windy right now, so even more so, we had this storm roll in. Last night, I didn't sleep a wink because the windows, I feel like they're about to break.
They're vibrating because they're only I always say, like a fingernail thick. These windows, when there's any wind, they just vibrate and shake.
The thing is, the room that we're currently sleeping in, we're planning on that being the baby's
Yes.
room,
The nursery.
the nursery.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy that we're going to be changing those windows so that we don't have that experience when the baby's here.
It's exciting. I mean, there's going to be a lot of things that we're going to share with you guys on YouTube. I mean, we love sharing everything with you guys because you guys are just such a wonderful community for us.
Yeah.
And, you know, especially with our business, starting that, really doing it as a family. It'll be a really beautiful thing to have a business to ourselves, like evolved around our house. And it will just be a business of love, sharing what we found around Europe for you guys, bringing these things to the market that are mom and pop shops and that are from our house, from us.
We're really excited to share this next portion of our life with you, and we'll be sharing some pictures, and
Absolutely.
some little things, and give you updates on how things are progressing. And I'm sure you guys will be watching me grow as well. So stay tuned. And if you guys have any questions whatsoever about what the differences might be between America and the United States, or any other country for that matter, Italy is very different.
Yes.
So it will be really interesting to hear you guys, and feel free to comment below and let us know what your thoughts are.
Our hearts are so filled with love and excitement for our little one on the way. Life is about to completely change for the better, and we can't wait to get through all of the major construction to start the really fun part, the decorating, of course. Have any ideas for the nursery? Feel free to share them with us in the comments, and we'll see you soon.